Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, I am Haroon Mushtaq, lecturer, Multan Public School and College for Boys. Today I am going to deliver you a lecture on paper 1, that is called writing paper. We will be discussing today section 2 of this paper. Section 1, as you know, it is of directed writing, whereas section 2 is of creative writing, or in other words you can say composition writing. Today we will practice about the narrative writing, that is also called story writing. Just to recall to your minds, I have few things for you. You will be given almost 5 different topics, I mean argumentative, descriptive, narrative, etc. And you have to write on one topic out of those 5 topics. It means you will have a plenty of choice. Total time allowed for this paper 1, I mean including directed writing and creative writing, total time is 1 hour 30 minutes. So you are supposed to spend 1 hour. It's not compulsory, but just to give a rough idea, you have to spend 1 hour on this creative writing. The word limit for this creative writing is 350 to 500 words. It means you have to write 350 to 500 words on this topic. There are certain instructions for you while writing, while writing an essay on narrative writing. First, very important thing, these are the things that many students, they don't bother for it. Put the number, I mean if it is 1, 2, 3 or ABC at the top of your essay, or better to write the topic of the essay. It is not the duty of the examiner to check or guess after reading your essay on which topic you have written. So very clearly write or give the number or write the name of the topic. Second thing is, some students, they get carried away by looking at a topic and they think that I can write very well on it, but don't do this. Choose your topic very wisely, read it once or twice, read the topic, and then try to make rough points. Some students, they are comfortable making rough points on a piece of paper, and some students, they are comfortable with what we call mind map. It means they have an idea or they have a layout of their story in their mind. So no compulsion for you. Whatever is comfortable for you, please go for it, but keep it in mind to make the rough points or mean mind map or think about your story from A to Z. It means from beginning to the end. Some students, they just think about a story, I mean up to the middle of the story, and then they don't have idea how to finish my story, and this is where the fault comes. And definitely they as they have not pre-planned their ending, so they will lose their marks. Another major point is that story should be relevant to the topic. It should be relevant to the topic. Don't force the topic into the story or story into the topic. It should be very, I mean natural looking according to the topic. I have an example, but I had told you many times that example in the classrooms also. one more thing, that is communication. Communication plays a vital part. Communication here means that whatever you are writing, it means you are communicating to your examiner. If your examiner is unable to understand what you are writing, what are you trying to say, it means your story lacks your skill of communication. Definitely it means if the communication is poor, if the communication is nil, it means you will be getting very very low marks. So don't write story for yourself, write the story for your reader, and your reader is definitely your examiner. uh, Other thing is that your story should be original looking. It means though you write a fiction, though in narrative you write a fiction, very 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 few students are able to write the original events from their lives, but most of them they write a fabricated story or a self created story. It is well and good, but at least if the story is a fiction, but it should be looking very original, very original to your surroundings, very original to your society. I means don't write about supernatural elements, or don't write about fantasies, or don't write about ghost and witches. And this is the enthralling the reader. It has again the connection with the communication. It means your story should be so attractive, so catching, that your reader, again your reader will be your examiner, who has the potential to give you award you marks. So once he start reading the story, he is completely, if he is completely lost in your story, I mean if he is completely absorbed in your story, it means that is your success. It means your communication is very good. So write your story in a way that is very well understandable for your examiner. These are things that I have told you many times: vocabulary and precise vocabulary. What is precise vocabulary? Sometimes we have one word that can give idea, that can give the meaning of so many words or a situation. Let me think of an example. For example, if you want to write, suppose a word that is I mean or let's say uh, catastrophe. So if you have this word in your mind, it means that your examiner or your reader will definitely understand that it means destruction on a very vast scale, a very huge destruction, as in the tsunami or in the major earthquakes. So you need not to write many words that it was a big loss or it was a big destruction. Just write the word catastrophe and your examiner will definitely understand. By vocabulary I mean, some students they think that if you write difficult words in our composition, the examiner will be impressed by it. Okay, well and good, but write not difficult words, write words that are I mean suitable to that situation. In this case, some students they learn different vocabulary, but while writing a composition they forget the actual meaning of that word. But just not to waste their store of vocabulary, they put that word somewhere. So if you are not sure about the meaning of a certain word, so it is better to write a simple word instead of writing that difficult word, or writing that word which you are not sure about the meaning of which word. use standard vocabulary. Don't write the slangs or words like this. Use standard vocabulary. Don't use SMS language, email language, or chatting language. Write standard word. Hope you understand it. I mean writing BCZ instead of because, or something like this. Punctuation, I think I call it an endangered species from the writing of our students. I don't know why it happens. Punctuation plays very important role. Punctuation plays very important role. It has been already told to you that how not punctuating properly one sentence or a paragraph can create confusion or can create the sense of a whole sentence. So punctuate your essay properly. I am not saying to just focus about the capital letters, putting full stop, putting question mark, exclamation mark. If you feel difficulty in putting a colon or semicolon somewhere, at least don't put them, but at least use commas, full stops, capital letters, question marks, interrogative that what we call inverted commas, etc. Paragraphing, yes. If you make no paragraph or you make lengthy paragraphs, just try to find out yourself that it will give a very boring impression on you, a very boring impression. And apart from the boring impression, it is also not suitable in a paragraph writing. Paragraph, what is the formula in writing paragraphs? One episode, if you say one thing or complete one thing, or if you complete one situation, then switch on to next paragraph. This is the very simple formula. Switch on to next paragraph. Don't make deliberate effort to come to the next paragraph. This is the main methodology of changing your paragraph. Generally students ask, sir, how many paragraphs we have to write? There is no hard and fast rule. It depends completely on your own will. And another thing is that your paragraph should be vary in length. They should not be of the same length. They should be vary in length. Some paragraphs, they are suppose of 5 to 6 or 7, 8 lines. Some paragraphs of only 3 or 4 lines. So whenever you complete saying one thing, switch on to next paragraph. Now what happens? Generally the students, they start writing, and when they write 10, 12, 15 lines, they suddenly realize, oh yes, I have to switch to next paragraph, and then they suddenly switch to next paragraph. So don't do this. Paragraph your composition, and my humble opinion is at least write 5-6 paragraphs in your composition writing. Length of essay, I mean, in the beginning I told you to write 350 to 500 words, but remember that this policy or this word limit is not followed very strictly by the examiners. This is just a limit that is told to you. For example, if you write below 350 words, I mean 250 or 200, you cannot write well, you cannot justify your story, or you cannot make your story beautiful or attractive to your reader. And if you write too many words, then you are not professional writers. It will be very difficult for you to handle the story. So this is just a rough idea. If you write I means 40-50 words more or 40-50 words less, but your story is very good, you will be getting inshallah A plus or A grade. So and don't count your words again and again. Use that average formula. You should be in very well practice of just by writing on a piece of paper. You can guess how many words almost you have written. So keep in mind that average word formula. Don't count words again and again. One more thing, handwriting. Especially O-level students, they think that handwriting doesn't matter in O-level. You can be correct to some extent, you can be right, but at least your handwriting should be legible, it should be presentable, it should be good. So why you give the opportunity to examiner to circle some word or circle some sentence that it is not understandable because of the handwriting. Now hope these points that I recall to your mind will help you a lot in writing this assignment I am giving to you. It is a creative writing. The topic is a joke turned into something seriously. You have to write a story based on it, and not in some cases it is to include this sentence in the story or to start or finish with this line, but not write a story based on it. Thank you very much. If you have any query, if you have any problem, you can contact me through a text or audio message on my WhatsApp number that is given in the first or second slide. You can contact me on that. Stay blessed.